everybody. Welcome to this episode of What's Cooking with Dana and Robin. Today we're going to make bone broth, and Robin's going to share some of the many benefits of bone broth and how easy it is to make.
Well, you've heard the chicken soup for the soul, or your grandmother's chicken soup is like
You're a
medicine.
Jewish girl.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
So anyway, there is a lot of merit in the health benefits of bone broth. You could use chicken or any kind of beef, bones, or really any kind of meat, lamb, whatever.
But you want it healthy.
Healthy. You want like a pasture-raised, organic chicken or grass-fed bones from grass-fed beef, because you're going to make this bone broth and it's going to break down the bones till all the minerals are extracted, all that good collagen is extracted, and guess what? When you drink that, you get the benefits.
And the benefits are
so
many.
So many. Okay, so it's incredible for healing the digestive system, the gut. We're talking about a lot of health issues that start in the gut. Great for skin because there's proponents like proline and glycine that help build the connective tissue.
Collagen.
Collagen. So your skin, wrinkles, and guess what else, gals? Cellulite.
You know that stuff we don't like that's behind us for a reason?
Bone broth is really good for cellulite because it's helping those connective tissues. Also for detoxification, for cleansing the body. So we're going to make bone broth today, and you can eat bone broth every single day and take it as a beneficial health, not tonic because it's...
it's just a food, but here's the thing. You can make it and have it on hand. You can use it in soups, but don't use it just for that. Without salting it, you can put it in a smoothie, and you'll be amazed. You really won't taste it that much, especially if you're doing kind of like a chocolate smoothie and adding a couple frozen bananas. Amazingly, it can be hidden in that. This is something that is worth actually putting into practice on a regular basis. And, really healing our gut from the inside out, healing our connective tissue from the inside out. We always try to put things on the outside, but if you're not doing the most important thing for the inside, what you're doing on the outside is going to fall short. So
inflammation. It helps with inflammation.
That's right. So we're excited to show you how to do it. It's really simple. Stand by. So one of the easiest ways to make bone broth is, for example, to buy an organic chicken. You can roast it or buy it already roasted. You're planning to have it for a meal, and you go ahead and use it as you plan for that meal, but there's always leftover, and especially on these smaller chickens, there's so much stuck on the bone.
Yes. I actually like to have, at the start of the week, I like to have a roast chicken always at the start of the week because I eat it throughout the week. I put it in pasta dishes, my zucchini noodle dishes, or I'll make a chicken sandwich, not a sandwich, but a chicken salad or stir fry or whatever I'm making. Instead of taking raw chicken to cook at that time, I'll just skim off the chicken off the roasted one I've already done.
So we have a nice chicken breast.
Now, Dana, that doesn't look like a whole chicken.
Well, you see, it was a whole chicken breast, but my husband was hungry before he left for work, and he took part of it. But no matter, we still have the bones that we need, so we're just going to chop off some of the meat on it and show you the next step. Okay, stand by. Well, Robin cut some of the meat off this bone, and we finished up and stored it in a little Ziploc bag to save a little excess. But you know how that carcass looks when you finish it? It's a shame to throw it away because you can make this, of course, fabulous bone broth. And I almost always make a chicken soup. I start with so much meat on the bone. So I just,
And Dana, let's talk a little bit about, she's got a lot of the skin and the fat left on there.
Yeah, see all this fat right here? I'm going to plop it right into my crock pot. And sometimes if I have bone broth going all the time, I'm actually adding to some old bone broth, and I'm just tucking this little guy in there.
Why did you leave the fat?
I leave the fat for the flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, you too?
I do.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you.
So
you would know. But you don't have to because we skim the fat off later, but it does add a lot of flavor. So that's optional.
Yeah, and when we drain it off and put it in a container, the fat comes right to the top. So you can just wait for it to cool down and spoon it right off, and you're good to go. And then I just take filtered water and I cover the carcass completely. Now, okay, so that's covered, and there's one more key ingredient.
Yes, we want to add apple cider vinegar. This is unfiltered apple cider vinegar, and you'll see it's cloudy at the bottom. In fact, let me shake it up a little. Get all that good. It's called the mother.
The mother.
The mother.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know
called
that.
The mother. And so the reason you add apple cider vinegar, we're just going to add a tablespoon. I'm going to do really good, but not over pour. That's good. And the apple cider vinegar, the acids in that help to draw out all the nutrients, all the minerals and the collagen, everything that's going to be breaking down the bones.
So you get more of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So all we do, we turn the crock pot on low and let it simmer for days. I mean, you can actually have some quality bone broth in 24 hours, and you might want to turn it up a little.
I think that the minimum to get the benefit is 12 hours.
Yeah.
But go for 24, that way until you get those bones literally, like crushing or crumbling like Deanna was showing you.
So we'll be back in 24, 36 hours to show you what they look like. Okay, so the chicken has been cooking. The carcass has been cooking in this crock pot on low for 36 hours. I know it doesn't feel like 36 hours passed.
Deanna, we're wearing the same clothes.
Don't tell them. They don't know.
Okay.
They didn't notice. Yeah, I know. Well, pretend. Because actually, I have bone broth cooking almost at all times these days because I'm just so into this and the idea. Bottom line, it cooks 36 plus hours. You can leave it on your kitchen counter indefinitely in a crock pot.
In fact, one little tip that you can use if you have the crock pot going all week, as you take, maybe you take 2 cups or 3 cups of bone broth out to use in a soup or to use in a sauce or just to drink, then just add some more water back in.
Yes.
And it will still continue to cook.
Yes, you can just keep adding to it.
It breaks those bones down.
So what I found the easiest, because you have a lot of slop in here. That's not a very good word to call it, slop. But you have bones and you have fat and you have remnants. So I just have a nice big strainer. I get out a glass pot and I literally just pour. And look at, that looks kind of weird, doesn't it? But let me show you something that blows my mind. Watch me break that bone.
Oh, it's just splintering.
Seriously.
It's not splintering. It's
literally
just
crumbling.
Oh, by the way, guess what you can do with that?
Yeah, what?
I feed it to my dogs.
Great idea.
Because you can't usually feed dogs chicken bones, but this you can because it will not splinter. It will not hurt them. It literally
just crumbles. It's like sand, and you can see the marrow, but we've leached out all of the nutrients, and they're in the broth, and then all you have left are bones. Now, sometimes, depending on how much meat is on the carcass, when I'm first skimming it, I'm grabbing big chunks of meat and I'm separating it into another container. But, oh, now my hands are just full of,
I'll be your assistant.
Thank you, miss. But look here's some beautiful broth, and what I do is I let it cool a little bit. I haven't gotten
Guess what I brought for you, Deanna?
What did you bring for me? So, I have not gotten to the point that I have all glass containers, but of course my friend Robin, who's ahead of me in these things, put it over here though, because we forgot to get out our funnel. Ideal, of course, is glass for storing things, but what I do, I have a pretty decent quality plastic, but if I'm going to use plastic containers, I let it cool a little bit in the glass because heat breaks down, and this can be kind of hot when you first do it. Then I pour it into plastic. If you're really, really super proper, what do we call it?
Eco-friendly?
Eco-friendly. We talk about politically correct lots of times, PC, but she's EC. She's ecologically correct. So glass is always better, especially if you're going to store things for a period of time, but that's all there is to it. And because at the beginning you don't add any salt or anything, again, this makes it easy to add to other recipes or to use as a stock for soup.
Absolutely. Or you could just drink it right out of here.
Drink it. Show us. Look at her collagen is just perking up already.
Yeah. I hope it's helping the cellulite.
Go make some bone broth today. Your body's going to love it. That mangled carcass after you've taken all the meat off that you can for your salad or whatever you serve. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on, just leave it, keep it going. And those are my messy cupboards. Okay. Okay, I know it didn't feel like it, but a day and a half has passed, and I know
we're close.
And we're we're wearing. No. It doesn't matter. We're kidding them.
Oh, okay.